Hello, welcome to XCOM Enemy Within. I'm Jade Starr, and this is going to be the definitive XCOM Commander's Guide. And joining me is definitively an XCOM expert, Guava Moment.
Hello, I'm Guava Moment.
So, this is going to be an informative LP to teach you how to play the game. Maybe you need a little advice, maybe you're having difficulty on Classic, but the goal of this LP is to help you better manage the base, better equip your soldiers, better manage the skill choices, and to do better on the battlefield.
And hopefully I'm here to make a joke or two and keep things entertaining.
Yes, the number one suggestion was that I have someone to yell at me for all of my failures.
And believe me, I will yell at him whenever he makes stupid mistakes.
Yes, thank you, Guava.
You're welcome.
But I'd like to think that we are two of the most authoritative XCOM people out there, so...
We've both played this game a heck of a lot, so...
Yes,
yeah.
Far too much. But, so we're going to get started with this just as soon as the cursor moves over to single player in about 4 seconds. There it goes. So, I was thinking about running this on Impossible, but I decided against it because Impossible games become too much about kind of stall tactics, sandbagging defensive play, and I don't think it's nearly as entertaining.
Yeah, I assume you'll want to be showing interesting things off, and to do that you need Classic.
Yeah. Also to go along with interesting over difficult, as soon as we pull up the advanced options, and the second wave options, we'll see what I've selected. I selected Meld Tutorial just as a first mission to show off Meld. Some people might not have played Enemy Within and might not know what Meld is, so the tutorial's still there. Then we Operation Progeny is a new DLC that comes with Enemy Within. I think it's a really fun storyline. It's also pretty difficult, but it has some really great set-piece battles that I don't want to miss. Like, do you remember the first time you did the Dam mission?
I was pretty geared out by that time, but it was a fun mission, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really fun set piece. I really like it. And then, of course, Slingshot. People are probably familiar with Slingshot, but that's always a good one.
Slingshot's a good one.
Yeah, and reduced beginner voiceover because, seriously, fuck those guys so much. It doesn't reduce it enough, either.
No.
For second wave options, since this is on my new system, I don't have all of them, and I don't really want all of them either. All I want is not created equally and hidden potential. Again, this is meant to be informative rather than like bullshit crazy stuff. So all I want is my soldiers to have random starting stats and randomly generated stats, because it's just not XCOM if they're cookie cuttered. It's just, you know, the feel of the original XCOM, where every soldier was different.
What you mean is some soldiers are terrible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Alright, so here, before we get into the action, we have to choose where we want to start with our first base. There's 5 choices, each of them coming with a continent bonus. I'll discuss them a little bit, but I'm going to assume most people know them. Now, I know, I can just feel it already, Guava. You're going to tell me to pick South America.
No, it's my
Really?
second favorite choice.
Okay. Well, so North America kind of has a weak bonus. I'm not a particular fan of it.
It's a nice one to have, but yeah, I agree.
It saves you money, especially when you expand a lot. Europe, I kind of feel like has the weakest bonus at all.
Pretty worthless.
Yeah, I mean, you usually don't run that many laboratories or workshops, especially not on Classic. I don't know, I've never done a normal run. I've never had enough labs and workshops to feel like this bonus even matters.
I agree.
So wait, if South America is your second, what's your first?
Clearly Africa, because Asia is kind of also, it's nice, but it's not really a game changer, really.
Okay, I feel that Asia is actually probably number 1 or number 2. Probably number 2, you're right, Africa.
There are more Foundry projects in Enemy Within, though.
There are, and
so that might change it.
And they get very expensive, too. But by the time you're buying those, you probably can pick up Asia via satellite coverage.
It's a good one to aim for, yeah.
Yeah.
And South America, I love South America.
Yeah.
It is so satisfying just to click on research and have it come in.
Yeah, you know, I would agree with that. It's a terrible place to start, though, especially without the new economy.
Yeah, bad to start. It's easy to fire up 2 satellites.
Yeah.
But there are more autopsies and interrogations required in Enemy Within, so
That is true.
it kind of gets even better.
Yeah. And then Africa being usually the number 1.
It's so clearly the best choice.
Yeah, just straight up 30% more funding. I mean, it's
That is
hard
a huge amount of funding.
maybe not the first month, but it is a very good bonus to have.
Oh, it is the best bonus to have.
Interestingly, I'm not going to take it, though.
You're going North America?
I'm going North America solely
Yeah.
because I did not enable the second wave option New Economy. This means I start with a satellite over the United States for $180 a month, and I get the bonus. That means all of my planes and shit are going to be cheaper for the first several months, and that's going to save me money. So my goal is going to be to satellite cover Asia or Africa quickly.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada.
Did you save scum it to get this to be Newfoundland in the first mission?
No, actually, I did not. I'm really hoping the first Terra mission is Edmonton.
That object is different from the others. It does not appear to be the same type of pod we've seen used by the aliens during their abduction operations. We may gain new insights if we recover it.
Be advised, Commander. Intel confirms enemy activity in this area.
I'm on it, Commander. This appears to be a containment device of some kind. We can only assume it has an internal self-destruct mechanism, like the other alien equipment. Although it must have already been disabled somehow. It's been secured.
There may be additional canisters like this one in the area. The more we can recover, the more we'll learn about what's inside them.
Any others you find may still have operational self-destruct modules. Be careful.
So there's our quick intro into
Oh,
Mel.
they're done. Thank God they're done.
I know, they talk so much, don't they?
Yes.
But there's Meld. They're just canisters that can be used as high cover laying around the field. And they work kind of like time bombs on council missions. They tick down and then they self-destruct. You walk up to them and you left-click them to recover them and you get 10 Meld. Now, usually they're on time limits. This is the tutorial, so the first one's a freebie.
I like how you're using it as cover as well.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do that. I mean, it's high cover, and there's...
Surely it won't backfire at some point.
No, I'm sure somewhere in the LP I will blow up Meld because I'm using it as cover, or the enemy is using it as cover, and I will shoot at them.
Heading to that location.
So playing a little bit aggressive here for the first mission, since I re-recorded this like 3 times for various test videos.
Yeah, that's really aggressive, but I mean, for the beginning, it's just sectoids. You're not really too worried.
Yeah. Ah, my Meld sense. So another nice mechanic with the meld is that they give you kind of a spider sense towards where a canister might be. It helps keep you moving, it helps keep you pointing in the right direction. And it's just nice because meld usually is on a time limit.
Though I found that the meld sense is incredibly buggy and doesn't work half the time.
Really?
If you're impatient and you know what your move is at the start of a mission and you click it, it kind of overwrites the meld direction sense.
Oh, okay.
Like you hear the sound, but then you look around, you don't see the meld waves.
Yeah, I've encountered that.
It bothers me quite a bit.
Oh, okay. Never quite realized that was a bug.
Moving. Oh, it's go
I assume it's a bug.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So, our first sectoids of the war. My first response is, can I grenade it?
Yeah, grenades are definitely your best response for rookies.
Yeah.
One shot, one kill, 100% guaranteed.
Juan here has 80 aim, and I'm really happy that I found a rookie with 80 aim.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, that is the best it can be with not created equally. So, because he has good aim, I get him the hell out of there, because I don't want him to take a grave wound on the first mission and start losing some of his willpower, because he's a soldier I want to keep around. So the more expendable guy gets to move up and take a shot.
Oh, and you found the you flanked that guy.
Yeah.
He's down.
Good shot.
Yeah, surprise rookie competency, right?
One shot, one kill. That was normally doesn't happen with these rifles. It's like 2 damage, right? Normally.
3. The range is 2 to 4.
Okay.
On it.
You can totally get unlucky and leave him sitting on 1 health, yeah. But usually you get a kill with a rifle. Now, where did that
Now you know.
others-
Yeah, you know there's a guy in there, so just form up around the door and try to burst in through him.
No, he's around the back. So I got eyes on him. I got a shitty shot because high cover, but he's close.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, but Valen's gonna yell at us in a second.
No, remember? Reduced.
No, you turned it off? Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
So for any newcomers, Valen bitches that if you blow aliens up, you don't get their weapon fragments to recover. And those are necessary for research and manufacturing and so forth. But
Not dying is much more important.
yes, the resources you get off of a corpse is not worth risking a soldier's life for. Similar to that vein, the meld. Like you said, I'm probably going to blow some of them up in the future. They also have time limits. It's not worth risking a good soldier's life to rush out into the middle of unexplored territory for a meld canister.
Not at the beginning. There are some skills you can get later on that'll make it a little bit more worthwhile and interesting.
Yeah, when it becomes a lot safer when you have more skilled up guys, go for it. But
See there, right there. Didn't you just... You have the meld thing, but you didn't see any wavy lines pointing at it?
yeah, good point. I assume that's because the canister is in sight, though.
Position confirmed.
No, I think it's just because this game still has that as a bug.
But I was going to say, 10 meld is never worth getting a soldier killed for. It's just not much. 10 meld is nice, but you're not going to be able to do a whole lot with it. Meld is kind of a resource you're going to accumulate slowly over time and spend in much larger increments. I was hoping I could find some high cover to move out here, because right there.
Your signature coming from that device implies the self-destruct mechanism is still intact and priming for detonation. You need to move quickly to recover it before it's too late.
Ooh, you could throw a grenade very carefully and get that guy.
No.
I'm thinking.
So here I found that Cheng Soon also has 80 aim, and I'm really happy about that. Not happy enough to try to shoot at that sectoid and blow up my meld. But I, again, don't want Soon taking a 4 damage shot of plasma to the face and losing some willpower permanently, because I'd much rather keep him as a soldier.
I would have moved him onto the roof.
Time to motor.
I would have. I did that in one of my previous test recordings, and I
Okay.
got shot in the face.
Well, you'll get shot in the face no matter what you do, but I like having the high cover on.
Oops. It's only half cover, though.
Well, but you're above cover, you get the elevation
Oh, yeah,
bonus.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 10 or 20% or something? It's essentially high cover.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I wanted to move around the truck in the hopes that I could flank him somewhere, but the sectoid just moves up and overwatches me. But he moved away from the meld, the only thing that was saving his life. So Soon is definitely within grenade range, so I figure I'll have Jones take a shot.
grenade will be the last option if the shot didn't work.
Yeah. It's...
That's the best strategy.
Yeah.
Keeps fragments intact.
Keeps fragments intact, keeps a grenade intact for another situation later on in the mission. One sort of, I don't know how to put it, strategy is to establish control of the situation. Know that you can kill that sectoid through some mean, and then go about and try to do it.
Like rockets or grenades, as we just saw.
Have a rocket or have a grenade on target that will kill the thing. Then
Your worst case scenario.
Yeah, your worst case scenario. Then try to kill it through less expensive means. Try to kill it through bullets or flanking or something, so that you preserve resources, you preserve fragments. But always make sure you have that kill before it gets a chance to shoot you.
Will do. Overwatch, aye aye.
Look at this little dick hiding behind the truck there in high cover. I think that's like a 15% shot for that guy, because 55 aim minus high cover. But we can move up to the...
Yeah, this is how you can get through that. There you go.
Yeah. So his cover obscures too much of his sight, so he can't see this guy come up.
And the 100% accuracy grenade wins the day again.
Yeah. Having a 100% accurate grenade, always a good thing.
It's been secured. Well done, Commander. Recovering this material should give us a leg up on whatever it is the aliens are developing. I'm sure the doctors will be eager to get started.
So that's the first mission. Just the tutorial only gives you 4 sectoids as a nice, easy introduction.
Yeah, and just to point out, he didn't have to capture that last meld. If he did end the mission with all the aliens dead, you would get all the meld that's unexploded.
On every mission except for that one. The tutorial forces you to click that meld.
Oh, okay.
Because you notice I killed the aliens, and then it didn't end.
That was a little weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
I love his sweater. That's the best thing about Bradford.
I'm sure you can buy those somewhere, right?
I think there actually is BradfordSweaters.com.
Impressive work, Commander. Our soldiers have to be feeling good after a mission like that.
So I like how it promotes everybody, even though, like, Sue didn't even get a kill. So, Moreno, with his delicious 80 aim, becomes a sniper, which I'm very happy about.
Very good, yes.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Weaver became a heavy with fuck all aim. Surprise.
Okay. You can work around that. For heavies.
I can go find somebody else to be a better heavy.
Yeah.
Soon gets 85 aim and becomes a support. Pretty happy about that. I mean, supports don't necessarily need to be the highest aim people, but having a high
Not a
aim
big
support.
fan of supports. I think they're the least useful.
And the assault with 67 aim is doable.
Commander to the research
The
lab.
recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
So just scrolling through what we got. And we have 2 more tutorial messages to go through.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Farlan. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
You know, I know it's a game mechanic, but I find it really weird that she never researches anything without your explicit orders. It's just like, we could be researching this shit, all of it at once, but, you know, Commander Man hasn't said so.
Well, video game limitations. I mean, it works. I think it's fine.
Yeah. It's fine. So I blew up too many aliens, can't research weapon fragments or alien materials, but obviously...
I agree. That
The
does
big new
seem
thing
to
is
be the
meld,
most pressing
research
of our
meld.
current research options. We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
And if they can master nanotechnology in 8 days, I don't think research things are a worry.
Commander,
Yeah.
I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
And then we have Shen and engineering. I'd like to think those new schematics he's talking about is they just got the schematics for a medkit.
Fancy mist spraying medkit.
This is true. It is a fancy mist spraying medkit. Yeah. So I got some steam down there on the 3rd level. Not bad.
That's a good spawn.
Yeah, they're nice. They're next to each other too, which is nice.
Yeah, that is very good. Get some adjacency bonuses. Might have to save yourself from having to build an Illyrium generator later on, but
that would be
we'll get to
nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Base building and management is mostly going to be in screenshot and text form in the thread, along with soldier discussion and things that obviously aren't exciting enough to be video. Mostly the videos are going to be combat and cutscenes. A lot of the drier base management, arguments over which skill at a particular level for a soldier is better is going to be done in text dump, and I'll post those up with big flashing lights for y'all to read if you're interested. But that's it for this video. Just a quick short introduction to XCOM and what we're going to be doing here. I hope you've enjoyed this. So for my guest, Guava Moment, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next video.
See ya.